us something about the great teachers? You were speaking about Paul Sharma, and theologians and scholars and teachers in the Pentecostal movement in North India.
In North India, we had a guy by the name of Sumaya from Tatanagar. Great teacher. I'm a great teacher. Pastor P.C. Samuel from Ardoi Bible College. Great teacher. Pastor Sumer Singh, great teacher. Oh, you know what? When he went to America for study, he didn't have money. He used to clean toilets and earn money so he can have his degree. And he came back and served Indian churches. Great teacher. I'm done. Great teacher. There was a teacher. There were two teachers in Kerala who impacted my life. I'm telling you, I will call them great theologians. Number one is Pastor T.G. Umman. Have you heard him?
Yes, sir.
Pastor T.G. Umman can dissect any word. No one can teach. It's still in IPC movement. No one can teach like T.G. Umman, Book of Hebrews and Romans. If you sat under him, Book of Romans will become real to you. He had been here, taught in Bible college, and he was a giant of faith, and he was giant in the shape of size. On 19, so I will do 9th grade. 1962, my dad said, the great giant is passing at Tarsi. He's going to Delhi. If you guys want to come with me to railway station, because I was always a naughty boy, I want to go and see who is the giant. Pastor T. And then train was like 2 o'clock, 30 in the morning, Kerala Express, or some other train, I don't remember what train was that. So my dad gave him the tea, cup, the matti cup. Kullar. I'm standing there, I can understand Malayalam. He told my dad, put here. He opened his eyes and put like that, put it here. So I knew from 62 how to handle this pastors. When he came later on in our Bible college, Pastor Roger Thomas, Pastor Daniel Thomas, and even Pastor Thomas, their assignment was to massage Pastor T.G. Umman. He didn't like you do like that. He will lie down and you have to walk on him. Because your finger will not bring pressure on his body. And he was very tough. If just for example, if I'm just using your name, if you come and tell him, Pastor Umman, I think that you have to be careful on this chair. He will say right away, Pastor Philip, I don't know Malayalam, but I will say, Oda Chaka. Hey, little boy, just sit there. I know what I'm doing now. He will not. The vice president of IPC today, his name is Baby Varghese. There was a baptism service scheduled in America. First time he came to America. And my wife's older sister, the husband was taking water baptism. We had a baptism tank. So he makes a comment. Chief Pastor T.G. Umman, be careful of this water. I'm talking. Bakra, उधर जा, तू मुझे कैसे खाने आया? थोड़ा बड़ा हो जा, जैसे अपना हिंदी में बोलते हैं, अंडे के बाहर आ जा, तो बात कर. But the man, he was a man of God. I remember that my dad said, you will remember, one time he has to cross a small river. And Pastor P.M. Philip, there's another guy, leader in Kerala, from Kottayam.
Silent Bible School.
What is it?
Silent Bible School.
Yes. Many leaders came out of their Bible college, and his son was the director for what is that vision we had here? No. World. He was the director for many years. Finney. He was with me in Indore. So this giant, because PM Philip didn't know how to swim, he took him like that and he crossed the river. That's the way he was. I mean, he was a giant. So much depth in his teaching that no one captured. Like my dad, no one captured his teaching and preaching. And some of the things, he taught 1 year, solid 1 year in our church, Song of Songs. 3 years he taught Book of Revelation, chapter by chapter. Dispensation, he made his own chart on the fabric, painted the whole thing, God's plan for the age, that's what the heading he had. No one gets teaching like that now. Tabernacle, you can sit under his teaching tabernacle. You will never get bored. So teaching one was a great teacher. Another guy was Pastor V.T. Joseph. Have you heard his name?
Yes, sir.
V.T. Joseph, great leader. I was telling Dr. Dominic this morning, he had been to our house many times. If you pick up his Bible, you think you're carrying 5 Bibles. Every page something is there. You ask him how many commas in the Bible, he will tell you how many commas in his Bible. He really memorized the Bible. Now he was not a college graduate, but he was a great theologian like Pastor T. K. Abraham, beauty about him, he had a beautiful language. Beautiful language. The way he speaks now make you to sit hours and hours under his preaching. He was a great preacher and teacher. There was another guy who went only up to 3rd or 4th grade. His name was Manganam Joseph. You heard his name?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Dominic, I have seen him many times in Tarsi. And the anointing was so heavy upon his life. Man of prayer. He just came 1 year to attend our convention. He wanted to see our convention because people know about it. Even Dr. P.D. Johnson's wife was here 3 years ago, and she said, hope people from Kerala can come and attend the convention and see there's no dirty politics here. That's a remark made by late P.D. Johnson's wife. So he came, and all the guests used to sleep on the floor in the church. That night it happened, his bed, Gadda, was next to me. So when he came and my dad said, as long as you're here, why don't you preach tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock? That's, you know what, that's only devotional time. Whole night he prayed. I couldn't sleep. Whole night he just prayed in tongues. Number one, he wasn't scared because my dad was there. Number two, he was scared. He's speaking where O.J. Wilson and there were 2 other North Indian preachers were there. But what happened? Because he prayed whole night, when he comes to the platform, just think, he does not know all the alphabets also. You tell him, I will give you 5,000 rupees, tell me the alphabets. He cannot tell all the alphabets, not English. He cannot read Malayalam Bible. So much mistake in Malayalam reading. And Dad asked me to preach, and my dad is translating. He didn't give to Pastor T.J. Simon. Pastor T.J. Simon used to translate my dad's message. And there was another guy, I forgot his name. So my dad is translating. Hardly spoke, maybe 4 or 5 minutes in Malayalam. Then he started speaking English. The one who never knew English. And I still remember that message. He's talking about when Eliezer went. And then he's giving a graphic description how he's coming on the camel and he's showing action. When O.J. Wilson and the other two preachers were there, when they heard, they told my dad they're not preaching that night. O.J. Wilson gave his night to Mammon and Joseph. What we can learn from them? When we seek God on our knees, God will give fresh insight. He will put words in our mouth, like he told Moses. Moses, I don't know how to speak. I'll be with your mouth. He didn't say, I will be with you, I'll be with your mouth. I have seen and heard with my own eyes these guys. It's not that I have read in the book. We used to have fun. We used to have fun with Paul Sherman. Good thing we have learned from these leaders, which we are missing. They will spend time with the kids. हम लोग के साथ, they will spend time with us, taking us out to Neelam Hotel or somewhere and talk to us, play with us. Thomas Matthew used to play kabaddi with us. My dad and kids will play badminton. He didn't care. He is a convention speaker. All right? Pastor K. Abraham, the love he had. He made Idris' dad cry, our Bharatiyas. My dad gave him one sherwani. Everything was good. But in some time you will see, when we stitch it, one thread maybe a little off. One hand. He rejected that sherwani. He rejected that sherwani. Once, when he come to the platform, yes, I have seen the glory of God on my dad many times, but this guy, K. Abraham, when he comes on the platform, you can see something shine. Glory of God. But man of principle. Man of principle. I'm talking. He didn't care whether you are his student or not. I remember when I went first time to Commandant Convention in 62 with my dad. We were just walking in the campus at 10 o'clock in the morning. And some of these so-called followers, pastors who are sitting on the stage, they just ignore my dad. So my dad, he didn't care. He just would say, is it like that? I have a ministry. He took off from the campus. I'm going with my dad. हम लोग सारा बचन Abraham used to call सारा बचन. Somehow he saw, really. He called us, made us to stay in his house, and told Wilson Abraham's mom, she knew English, that I want Pastor's son to get paratha in the morning. He will make, I was 9th grader, he'll make me sit on the platform and have every night a song, not in the words. You know the kangi, comb, big comb, you put a special paper, you can make music out of that. I'll play different songs in their convention. On that one night he was speaking about the sacrifice. Abraham is taking Isaac, he put all the offering basket, the long one, offering with a big long hand on my back. These are the words Isaac is getting to the mountain. So you can see some of these big leaders, they have pride. Pride. They will associate with the little kids' songs. Okay? God brought not only intellectuals, anointed leaders, but God brought simple, down to earth. If you go to 62 or 63 pictures in Bible College, you will see a lady picture there. Her name was Lillian Hermanson. But when she came in 56, I got saved under her teaching in the Sunday school. She was talking about an umbrella, different colors, from black to white, from black to red to white to green to yellow. She cried in our first Bible college institute when she came to teach in July. She could not even teach the Bible. Our student made her to cry, but she impacted my life. Today I'm serving the Lord because of the way she brought the gospel to me. You get it? So we had many leaders, Indian leaders, who impacted the society. I was teaching in Philadelphia Bible College, which is the oldest Bible college of the Fellowship in America. The principal wrote to me, "You're teaching servanthood leadership. What books you'll be bringing for reference?" I said, "I have 45 plus 21 books." I was very careful not to say it another way. I said, "I have 45. Can you give the names?" I said, "No, the day I will start, I'll give the name. But I don't think so we can get the books that fast for the student." I said, "I know how to get those books." So I go to the class. I said, "Write down the name of the book we are going to refer." What are these guys? These are pastors. There was one guy from China, and now he's a big ministry now there. I said, "The name of the first book is Genesis." So they knew I'm going to use 66 books. But I didn't say 39 that way. I said 45. So they could not figure out Bible. What I'm trying to say is, we must pick up. This I picked up from my dad. I remember the first message I remember of my dad when he was speaking in Chembur, Elizabeth High School. First message was, at that time, P.A. Brown, Scientific Office of Power. He was sitting there. He is the one who brought my dad there. Gives the son.